Are you at the stage of your Amazon PPC journey where you're ready to use negative keywords but you don't know where to start? If so, please watch this video. I'm going to break down exactly what goes into negative keyword targeting and negative product targeting, how to use them, and what you should expect going forward. I'm the Director of Advertising Strategy at SUNKEN. I've been doing Amazon PPC for over 5 years, so I know a thing or two about this. So stay tuned. We're going to break down exactly how to use negatives and why you should use them in your Amazon PPC campaigns. If you like this video, please go ahead, like and subscribe. And with that, let's get started. All right, so negative keywords. Negative targets. So you've got negative product targets and you've got negative keywords. I'll go into both, but primarily I use negative keywords just because they make up a bigger portion of the money you spend on Amazon PPC. So talking about negatives, we're using our good friend ShipQuick. It's a perfect account. We're not selling this product anymore, and most Amazon sellers know about shipping products, so you're all aware of what's going on. So hopefully this should all make sense to you. And with that, let's get started. So important point to discuss right off the bat is the two types of negative keywords. So we have negative exacts and negative phrase. So a negative exact keyword, if I was to type in green tennis balls, then if you had a keyword, it will only eliminate green tennis ball and green tennis balls. So exact match keyword includes the plural version of the word, but it will only eliminate this. So if we had green tennis balls 100 pack, it wouldn't. So I know I'm putting these both in the negative exact field, but if we added negative, here, let me show you. Let me try this one more time. So green tennis balls, I'm gonna add that as a negative exact. And if we had a keyword within our campaign that was green tennis balls 100 pack, then we would still be able to, like, if this was present in our ad groups, then we would not get picked up as a negative keyword, despite the fact that they share a root, being green tennis balls. However, if I added green tennis balls as a negative phrase, and then in my ad groups I had green tennis balls 100 pack, it would prevent me from bidding on that because it contains the phrase green tennis balls. So what does that mean for your ad campaigns? So for the ShipQuick product, so if we do a negative keyword, like let's say we had a keyword, it was shipping products, just general keyword, shipping products. That didn't do well. So let's say we go, shipping products wasn't good. So what if we just did products? Everything with the word products, we're gonna do a negative phrase for that because that wasn't working for us. But if there was like products for shipping, and that would have been a good keyword for you, you would never know it because you've eliminated any word containing the word products from your ad campaigns. So this is both very powerful and very dangerous. So you have to be careful with your negative phrase. I'll go into exactly how to determine that later, but that's essentially the difference. Negative exact, the exact phrase that you type in, both the singular and the plural, and then negative phrase, that exact phrase plus anything at the beginning or the end of the keyword. So for the green tennis balls, pack of green tennis balls would be eliminated if we added green tennis balls as a phrase negative, green tennis balls 100 pack, green tennis balls eco-friendly, anything with containing the phrase green tennis balls, gone. So if you do one word, anything containing just that word is gone. So you have to be very careful. Another important distinction to make. So here we're in this manual campaign. We're looking at the campaign level. We've got negative keywords. And then if we drill down to the ad groups, I'm gonna check out this competitor. If we go to negative targeting, there's a whole different set. So like here we have negative keywords, but at our campaign level, we didn't have negative keywords. So you have to be very careful. Like if you're doing multiple ad groups, like let's say, like here we have competitor names, we have ad group, I also apologize. I'm a little bit congested. It's allergy season. I'm pretty damn sure I don't have COVID, but I am a little bit stuffy, so I apologize if my voice is a bit annoying. But let's say for this ad group, you notice that there was a keyword that contained the competitor name, and you're like, that's not really working. Here in the campaign, we go to negatives, and we added a phrase negative for like shipperoo. Like, let's say that's one of your competitors. So we added that as a phrase negative. Now, let's say we added that shipperoo as a phrase negative, and then in our competitor ad group, we had that several keywords containing shipperoo in the targeting. We would not be able to bid on them because we have a campaign level negative. So the campaign level negative applies to everything in the ad group, which is why you need to be very careful. If you have, in one of my other videos, I reference this, but if for some reason you're looking at an ad group and you're noticing that like a really relevant keyword isn't getting any sales, check the campaign level negatives. You might be, eliminating that when you don't need to. So those are a couple of the main considerations for keywords: the difference between negative exact and negative phrase, and campaign versus ad group level negatives. So how exactly do we go about managing negatives? So there's basically two schools of thought on how you can properly use negatives in your ad campaigns. So what we do here at Sunken Stone, which if you want to book a call with us, follow the link in the description if you would rather just us handle all this Amazon stuff. But what we do is, instead of using negatives just to completely eliminate keywords, we use them to properly control bids and make sure that, we're putting the money in the right place. So here we have this automatic campaign. It can bid on everything. We have this broad match campaign that contains only broad match keywords for this G049 product group. Then we have our exact match campaign. So let's say you want to do a decent amount of keyword exploration, but you want to make sure you control your bids really tight. Like if you have the same keyword being bid on within your auto, within your broad, and your exact, you could reduce the bid for your exact match words down. Like, let's say you have one word and it has a $1 bid, but that's too high. It needs to be towards 80 cents. You drop it down to 80 cents. But then in the broad match, you have a keyword set to $1 bid that can target the exact match keyword. It's just going to leapfrog whatever your exact match is. So you don't want that to happen. I'll see if I can find a better example. So like, let's say here we have black mailers. So if in this exact match group, if we had the keyword black mailers, do we have that? Yes, so black mailers, $5.69, pretty high bid. But let's say we're like, whoa, that's way too high. I'm gonna drop this down to $1. If black mailers is present here at $3.52, this broad match keyword is just gonna eat that up. And then if both of these are set to $1 and our automatic campaign has a bid of 1.85, the automatic campaign might just get that as well. So you can't really control your bids if you have it all set up this way. The solution would be within your automatic campaign to go negative targeting. You would, as a phrase negative, add black mailers. I'm not going to add that actually because we might use this later, but you would add black mailers. On the broad, you would set a negative targeting for black mailers set to negative exact. So negative phrase on the auto, negative exact on the broad, and then just the exact match keyword in the exact. That way, you say the automatic campaign can't bid on anything similar to black mailers, so it has to discover more keywords. The broad match campaign can bid on things similar to black mailers, but not actually the keyword black mailers. Only the exact match keyword can bid on black mailers. So if we're like an eco-friendly packaging brand, let's say that black mailers eco-friendly would be a better keyword for us. So we guarantee that the bid set to the exact match group is the one that we're gonna, so like at $1, we're gonna guarantee that because we eliminated it from the broad and auto, that the keyword black mailers, that exact keyword is gonna only get a $1 bid. But if the broad match has black mailers set to 3.52 and it were to find the keyword black mailers eco-friendly and bid on that, that would be a good outcome. I know I'm getting a little bit dense here, but that's essentially the theory, is saying let your auto do as much exploring as you can, eliminate all the good keyword themes, put them into your broad match group, but leave the exact instance of those keywords in your exact match group. So consider it like exact is super precise, broad is, you know, slightly less precise, and auto is even less precise than that. You'll end up with most of your keywords going to your exact match group this way, and over time your exact is going to run away with most of that traffic. But if you have precise bid controls, that's exactly what you want. So negatives can be an effective way to manage your bids and make sure you're spending correctly, manage your ACoS, be able to actually, you know, conquest some of those bigger keywords without just getting beat up on ACoS. So you can use that as a way to tier your bids and make sure that you get really, really tight bidding controls. The other way that you can use negatives is strictly just for eliminating keywords. Now, there's multiple ways you can do this. You can just go ahead and pause a keyword, but the only problem is, like, let's say somebody, you know, there are multiple people working on the account and somebody just turns on everything. Like, here we have a lifetime of 41 clicks and 1 sale, like pretty bad keyword. But let's say over the last 30 days, this same keyword had gotten 5 clicks and 1 sale. Someone might be looking over the last 30 days and be like, oh, that's actually a good keyword. Turn that back on, and then you're back to losing a lot of money. So to prevent this from happening, you can just go ahead and add that as a negative exact keyword. When you do this, you prevent, you know, worrying about this pause keyword coming back, or, you know, you archive it and then you add another keyword list later. If you do it at the campaign level, it prevents you from accidentally, like, here we have this campaign. It has multiple ad groups. So if you've identified that one keyword is negative worthy in one ad group and they're similar products, you could do it at the campaign level and prevent this new one from, you know, if somebody does a keyword list dump into this new ad group, then you prevent the risk of you bidding on that once again. Like, it just covers your, you know, covers your ass a little bit in the event that you screw up and double at it. So if you identify a keyword that you really don't want, go ahead and add that as negative exact. Now, let's talk about why you wouldn't. Let's talk about why you wouldn't want to. So, like, here I notice the word box. So I know I've taken a look at the product and we've got this mailer adhesive strip, safety regulation, choking warning, weather and water resistant envelope bag. So this is a bag. It's undoubtedly a bag. It is not a box. Boxes and bags are both used for shipping, but this is a bag. There are companies that sell boxes. So it's kind of going to be hard for us to conquest any sort of box keywords, even though if we just pulled all of our keywords from a mining tool, we'll probably end up with a lot of box type keywords just because they're very similar type products. They're both shipping containers that are small, packable, but a bag is not a box. Amazon's algorithms haven't quite picked up on that, but us with our human brains, we can probably figure it out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna check to see how all the box keywords are doing. So I'm gonna type box into my keyword field, and from that, in just a moment, we are going to get this resulting list. So we have small mailing boxes, cardboard boxes, shipping boxes small, book shipping boxes. And in aggregate, we're actually below 100% ACoS. So one could maybe make the argument that because it's not quite relevant enough that we could just completely eliminate this keyword. However, if, let's say, you were looking up the keyword box of mailer bags. So somebody wants a bunch of mailer bags. They want a whole box of them. If you added box as a negative phrase target, you could not bid on box of shipping bags. So negative phrase, you have to be very careful. It can eliminate keywords that potentially could be beneficial for you without you even realizing it. So you have to be, tread carefully on the box. I would say because we're below 100% in aggregate across all of our keywords, you know, probably not quite worth the negative phrase, but I might, just for small mailing boxes, just go ahead and eliminate that. Because at 41 clicks, we can be pretty confident that, you know, we're probably not going to do any better than this. Where a negative phrase can really come in handy that I found is, let's say you've got a competitor and they're really good on Amazon PPC. Anytime you try to bid on their keywords, you pay a ton of money and you always lose. This would be an instance like if Shipperoo, the fake company we mentioned earlier, if I searched Shipperoo, nothing's going to come up, of course, because that's a fake name. But if all of these keywords had like let's say this had like 75 clicks, one sale, and our ACOS was 500%, just go ahead and add Shipperoo as phrase negatives across several of your campaigns. If you're feeling like I really need to reduce ACOS, just because we know like pretty well that we're just not going to convert for that. I found that competitor names can be like that if your competitors are savvy and bid correctly. Because Amazon will occasionally have you bid on those types of keywords and you'll really pay the price for it. The last thing I want to talk about is negative products. So you used to not be able to do this. This is a fairly new feature, I think, as of late 2020, but you can, like automatic campaigns and product targeting campaigns can bid on the ASIN spot. So these are all things that you can bid on. So your automatic campaign will like gobble this up, but let's say that you just keep bidding on this box that is ASIN B00MASKRR, something like that. You would put that in as a negative target, and then your automatic campaigns would no longer be able to bid on that. Now, there's no phrase product targeting because every ASIN is different, of course. But I've seen automatic campaigns, you know, get, you know, above 50 clicks and no sales for an ASIN, and they just keep bidding on it because for whatever reason, Amazon sees it as relevant and they just like keep serving that. So eliminate that as a negative product, or add that as a negative product to your auto. And then I would go ahead too. We didn't create any product targeting campaigns for this specific account just because it's old. But if you have a product targeting campaign, even if you're not currently bidding on said ASIN target, go ahead and add that as a negative product target. Because if you ever get to the point where you're just dumping in a lot of suggested ASINs, that one could come up. And if you could prevent yourself from spending, you know, $200 on that unnecessary target, you just saved yourself $200 with a couple of clicks, which, you know, do that. And if you do that enough times, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. So use negative keywords, use negative product targets. They're great for controlling your bids, and ultimately they do a really good job, if you know how to use them correctly, of saving you money. Our like tried and true bread and butter cutoff point, 50 clicks and no sales, pretty much you can negative that. That's a good statistically significant sample. You know, if 50 people have seen through a certain target and they're not buying, like that's a lot. So 50 is our universal cutoff point. Yours can be lower or higher. It all depends. But 50 is a good benchmark. Well, there you have it. I hope that video was helpful for everyone. If you liked the video, once again, please give it a like and a subscribe. I hope I did that finger point right. I think I messed it up absolutely every single time. So hopefully I did that right. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We post a lot of really good content to help you sell better on Amazon, save you money on PPC, everything in between. Like, seriously, guys, it's going to be really, really helpful. It's free, so go ahead and sign up. We'll help you sell better on Amazon. If you'd like for us to just take care of everything, you can find the link to our website in the description. You can meet with our head of strategic partnerships. We can discuss if your business is the right fit. If so, you know, we'll run you through our playbook and we'll boost your Amazon sales. If not, we have a bunch of cool guides on how, just in PDF form, on how to sell better on Amazon. Also really helpful. And with that, happy selling, guys.